This is about the death of relationship. I know it's already died for you a few times over, and the birth of intimacy. This is what's needed in the planet. The way we see relationship, what we're in relationship with, the rules and what we expect of it, that has to die. So, intimacy, the connection as beings, as souls, seen beyond the form. I see you no matter what's happening. And yes, I love who I see. Maybe not what's showing up, but I love who I'm seeing here. Is a difference. Now, many of you have a big gap between a relationship and intimacy. Many of you say, man, I am so intimate, but I don't have a relationship. Well, you do have a relationship with something, but not maybe what you want. Or some people may say instead, well, I, I don't, I have a relationship, but there's no intimacy there. They're two different things. Intimacy and true, quote, relationship beyond the social context is about the intoxication with another soul. It is the surrender to soul of that being in a way that your life is about just lighting that up. And not for you, for that other, as the union lights up humanity. And start showing people that the impossible maybe seem improbable, but it's possible. So where's the pain? Is it in relationship? Is in your role as a husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend, maybe both? Is indeed the pain in that the way you experience relationship is the way you experience mother or father or child? Do you have a feminine energy and the feminine energy wants to nurture people but really wants to mother or smother? Is there a masculine energy that knows what it wants, is directive, and will keep doing the same thing no matter what? Is it a feminine energy that is powerful, seductive, creative, and the wild force of the whole universe? And does masculine energy then help it refine its channel so it could blossom in another way? Well, intimacy is what we need now. We have all types of relationships, which are all conditioned by the culture. And the purpose of all relationships is to take this soulful connection that we have with someone or with people and manage it so it fits into the world. I'll tell you something. Wherever you are, lean forward. If you're driving, maybe not so forward. Here we go. The relationship society asks us to have is not enough. How do you manage the force of creation? Why would you want to? Well, then I have to fit into the world. The world you're trying to fit into is over. Do you see that? It's over. The new world is an interdependence to one another with intimacy, for which a new type of relation will develop. A relationship where it's a relationship with the essence or soul of one another to create a field between us, between two, three, four, between groups, between societies, that the pure awareness of the magic of creation and understanding the forces that direct that, that's what will rule. And yes, we become aware of what it is now as an energy, and it's all energy. Everything is energy. More energy, it builds. Less energy, it collapses in all areas, including into this relationship. Now, when you think of relationship, are you thinking of close to your body? Is it here or here? You have pain in your heart? Or is it far away? One way for people will be when they experience it close to their body and it's painful and they remember it here, have memories there. Well, then you're going to go back to the past and start stacking all the old past pain onto what's now. Especially if you experience father or wife or husband or daughter in the same place as you experience this lover or new person. And guess what? The past became the future, and in love, that person's going to become that person for you because they love you so much. And you or they are not guiding it, but the forces of creation are doing it. And there's a recipe for that. Or what if you experience someone out in the cosmos and you're dancing with them, making love with them to all of the masculine, all the feminine of the universe, and that empowers you? Well, then you must forget about yourself, and you must totally be owned or be shared or be collaborative with that being first, not yourself. What if the past is strong and everything you've done is great, everybody else sucks? Well, if that's the case, it's anything to the past, then you're going to have to be the example of what intimacy is. And then you attract to you with that. There's a recipe for this, a recipe. So the question I ask is, where's your gap? There's a painful gap between where you are and where you must be. Do you see the future in relationship for you and humanity? This extraordinary new way that no one even can imagine, but you're salivating, you're fantasizing about it. Or is that terrifying because you don't want to lose what you had before? Oh, when you say I can't trust you anymore, oh, I'm feeling many of you hearing this. It's a trust issue you have. Oh my God, I can't trust you. Why? Because you've done X, Y, and Z, which reminds me of something else who someone else once did to me. There's no intimacy, new person. You're trying to put that person into a box because I know relationship then is about, oh, it's not being alone. It's having finances, about being comfortable, about being safe. I promise you, you were not put on this earth to be safe. You put on this earth to be a disruptive force of what exists and create something magical. And to do that, a force between people of masculine and feminine energies to get together. And I'm not talking about masculine and feminine energy as it's talking about, please don't ever cancel the forces of creation. You'll be canceled. Instead, please don't take the pain you've had in relationship to stop the beauty of creation. And this doesn't matter whether you're hetero, bi, tri, or the 40-some-odd connections now in between. It doesn't matter about that. What really matters is, what is it about? Well, I can't trust you because you did that or not this, you did this. I'm sorry, I did not read your rule book on what love and relationship is about. But love and intimacy is not about any of that. It's about seeing the truth of creation through the eyes and touch of another, and the space between you set an example for what's emerging from caterpillars and from the messy soup in between of imaginal cells that become butterflies of this nature that can land with the lightest touch on a plant and not takes for itself, but pollinate humanity with your love in a new type of relationship that has not formed, but starts with intimacy of a soulful nature and not for certainty. So, no, I can't trust you. No, all you can do is trust. Trust means I have no evidence at all that I should trust. But I know the essence of us knows, and I know beyond reason that there's something bigger. I see you. And the answer is, it's great to be seen by you. I love you. And the answer is, I know you. Without a word exchanged, intimacy is that happening. And from that, the form it takes is different. I don't mean different for now, different in consciousness, different in intent, different in purpose. Now, this faith. Faith is that we're guided by a force, a strong, powerful force that guides us. And faith and trust is, will it work for me? So I suggest if you have trust issues, go to faith. Look at the serendipity of life, how you were brought into the most unlikely situations with the most unlikely people for a particular purpose. And it's not about your fulfillment. Intimacy in relationship is not about getting what you want. It's giving more than you are. So the gap of where you are and where you must be, it's probably big. All pain is for the gap. And what most people do is try to shorten the gap so they don't feel the pain. Well, you must broaden the gap and add this thing called soul or spirit to it. Beyond all reason. And seduction. Seduction. Seduction is the energy. It's three qualities. Three qualities. One quality is massive instability. Oh, that's when you bail, huh? Massive instability, uncertainty. A tinge of fear. A little bit of naughtiness. Just the right amount of wrong. Not too much, too little, just the right amount. Matching the uncertainty. And a vision beyond yourself of what this union means. That's seduction. Oh, but in relationship, you want to have it to have stability, not instability. So there could be no seduction. And you want to eliminate the fear. Oh, okay. Well, what about the vision for the future? Oh, that's it. Feminine energies will always, in its core, be a force of instability for every masculine to plan everything they want. It screws with the masculine plans the way the world is run and what they achieve. And the more she messes with it, the more it's good. I hate saying that. And the job of the feminine is to create instability for the masculine. So while unfocused to achieve something, that masculine could focus and say, well, what about the quality of people? What about the goal? I thought it was about achieving the goals and making the product. The feminine says, yes, but how will it affect the relations of people and the quality of how they live? I never thought about it. I thought it's a goal, and I tolerate relationships on the way to the goal. The feminine says, no, it's all about the union of people. It's about how they dance together, and the goal will happen some way. Between those two comes reality. It's the merging of those two. The masculine's job, one of the things, is to create instability for himself, questioning that he's not enough and he must be more and needs another energy to mature that and create more certainty for the feminine so she can blossom in all different directions at once. And the job of the feminine is to create instability for the masculine while he creates stability for her. Oh, we need both at the right time. It is the death of relations that we know it. And it's showing up in politics. It's showing up in our business. It's showing up in our environment. And all of our policies, everything, because the way we've gone about relationships before was to bind it and to control it, to hold it for ourselves and make it fit into a certain state that appeals to certain economic, social interests. And not say what serves the spirit of why the divine has created us. So I invite you to join me on a call. And I invite you to apply and tell me about relationship and intimacy with some questions. And where is the hunger? It doesn't have to be pain, it needs to be hunger. You're hungry for someone. Please don't make it pain, because we all must be hungry for the more that's calling us. And if this calls you, please let me help you. Understand creation's codes, how it applies in intimate relationship for you, for the field you're creating with another, for the force of attraction of what you create, and for the future of humanity. Bless you. See you soon.